Jake Brandon. Kelly was older than Jake and also more mature. Jake was, in a way, a playboy. One reason Jake liked Kelly so much was she wasn't like the models that he would meet on South Beach. And soon, Jake showed Kelly where he lived.
The white mansion on Star Island she always dreamed of. Jake lives on the family compound with a handful of other members of the Branham clan.
You know, all the rich and famous like Star Island. Gloria Esteban lives there. Rosie O'Donnell lived next door to Harry.
Jake's grandfather Harry made it big in metal fabrication and provided this great life for the family on Star Island. Months later, the small-town girl is living in the waterfront mansion she long admired with her dashing sea captain boyfriend.
It's an impressive address. You'd be sitting poolside and there was a tour boat after tour boat after tour boat coming and like people are waving, taking pictures, and not very relaxing to hang out in your pool, you know.
But the funny thing about dreams, sooner or later, you have to wake up.
When she got pregnant, they decided to get married. Then she had a second child, probably sooner than she was ready for.
And she was home by herself and she had no support. She was suffocating in that place.
Jake's interest, his love, was building this business. He loved Kelly, he loved his children, but his heart was in building this business. To her, that was just partying up about why couldn't he be home with her and with the children. She was ready for the commitment to family life. He was not. So in that way, they were on a collision course.
I don't know that he thought he was cheating so much with other women. It's just maybe his love for the boat.
This trip to Bimini, they hope, would change that course. 24 hours after it should have arrived home, the Joe Cole is being towed back to Miami, a floating body of evidence. Another Coast Guard cutter, along with its helicopter, searched for the 6 missing people.
We knew that it was possible that somebody would be in a life raft, but we also knew that it was possible that we would be searching for people in the water.
It's like looking for a needle in a 6,000 square mile haystack.
Battling time. There may be still a chance here. The longer that you're out at sea, the longer you're out of water, the less probability that you're going to be found still alive.
I won't. I have relapsing MS and a lot going on. That's why my doctor and I chose Kesimpta. Kesimpta is different. It's the only B-cell treatment for RMS you can take at home once a month. Kesimpta was proven superior at reducing the rate of relapses, active lesions, and slowing disability progression versus Avasio. For me, a once-a-month treatment just works for my skin. Don't take Kesimpta if you have hepatitis B, and tell your doctor if you have had it, as it could come back. Kesimpta can cause serious side effects, including infections. While no cases of PML were reported in RMS clinical trials, it could happen. Tell your doctor if you have or plan to have vaccines, or if you are or plan to become pregnant. Kesimpta may cause a decrease in some types of antibodies. The most common side effects are upper respiratory tract infection, headache, and injection reactions. When I'm ready, I'll spend less than 1 minute a month taking Kesimpta. How I'll spend the rest of my time, it's up to me. Ask your doctor about treating RMS with Kesimpta.
Give me some of that. Some of that, some of that. Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. Jake and Kelly's weekend getaway to Bimini has become a riddle at sea. Their boat with 6 passengers on board has been found deserted in the Atlantic. Now the Coast Guard is battling time to find the survivors. 45 minutes into the search, a helicopter spots something. A raft, adrift in the open ocean, 12 miles from where the ghost ship was found.
As the helicopter came in, they managed to blow the top off of it because of the rotor wash from the helicopter. And they indicated and reported back that they had found 2.
2 people in the life raft, 30 miles
hijacked, shot. The girl was alive when she was thrown into the water. The pilot of the helicopter, he goes from, euphoria that we rescued these two people. Oh my God, 4 people have been shot. Clearly have a crime now.
Time is running out. The Coast Guard needs Archer to tell him what happened to the other 4. Where are they?
Where do I put this helicopter to give it the best shot and best success in terms of finding those other 4 people? He was extremely emotional. He was crying, tears. That's all I could get out of him as he kind of mumbled. Mr. Zaragoza, he is the one who really laid out the story. He tells me that they were hijacked.
Hijacked, he says, by 3 Spanish-speaking men who needed help and wanted to use the Joe Cool's radio. No one suspected what would happen next.
It was the pirates who shoot the other 4 crew members. Jake, Ellie, Sam, and Scott, and throw the bodies overboard. And when asked, why were you 2 left alive? Zaragoza answered, well, I speak Spanish. And I vouched for Archer. And they needed us to help them drive the boat.
Ruby Archer was directed at gunpoint to drive this boat south. And he drove it until they ran out of gas.
The pirates visit them. Stranded, they jump into the life raft and try to row their way to safety.
After talking with Guillermo, I did go back to Mr. Archer, and he did cooperate with the statement. I asked the question of, were any of these people still alive? He indicated to me that the woman could have been still alive, being thrown over the side.
A person in the water is one of the most difficult search objects to find because trying to pick out a head or part of someone's body from the whitecaps is very difficult.
3 days after it set sail for Bimini, the Joe Cool arrives back in Miami Harbor. No smiling faces, no big catches, only clues to a baffling tale.
There were 4 helicopters circling our boat. It was like CNN, Fox News, and 2 other locals. And you're just like, what is going on?
They said we found 2 survivors. They told us names, and we were like, that's not Sam, that's not Jake, it's not Kelly, Scott.
And it was so surreal. I remember being there with like a news crew in my face, and I was sitting on the rocks watching this boat come back and trying to be a strong person, but I just lost it.
The FBI is now involved and scours the Joe Cool, searching for clues to the high seas mystery. They find blood on various parts of the boat and recover 4 9mm shell casings, 3 in the cabin and 1 on the back of the boat.
In the front 2 salons, there were things that would be consistent with folks spending the night on the vessel. The things were very much out of place.
If this was a hijacking and murder of 4 people, the FBI needs to get more information from the 2 survivors, Archer and Zaragoza. And that's when things start to get fishy.
Their stories don't agree with their own initial telling.
They differed in the appearance of the hijackers, differed in their descriptions of what happened. The investigators began to be suspicious.
I'm coming, baby.
Investigators learned Archer and Zaragoza approached First Mate Sandy Carey on Thursday, 2 days before the charter. Archer had a southern accent, was polite, very likable.
They came up to him and just asked him, like, oh, can you take us to the Bahamas? We're willing to pay you $4,000 in cash.
I said, Jake, tell me more about this trip. It's eating my gut. It doesn't sound right. He said they were going to the Bahamas, that these people did not have their passports. That's why they couldn't fly. That's why they were paying so much money. And that the girlfriends had the passports and they were going to be left out. I said, Jake, come on, this doesn't sound right. He says, I know
said, or your smoke was fired. There must have been something going on.
How good does it feel to find everything on their school list and all the things they love at prices you can afford? To know the lunches you pack with love are filled with quality ingredients. When you can save on serving fresh looks. And when those first day fits are designed to last. How good does it feel when you can celebrate big wins with low prices? That's totally Target.
It's okay.
Most days we brew beer, but today we're canning water.
Water for the next strike,
For the next hurricane.
for the next tornado, for the next flood, for the next shortage, for volunteer firefighters,
For people who need it.
whoever they are, wherever they are.
Female hair thinning is so common, but I see it every day in my chair. Women don't want another supplement for it. They want a solution. That's when it's time for hers. They offer doctor-trusted options for thicker, fuller hair. It starts with their free online hair quiz. Then you share some info about your health history, and a medical provider can recommend a personalized treatment for you. Through hers, you can see regrowth results in as few as 3 to 6 months. And that's like before your next haircut. Take the hair quiz today at forhers.com.
Hours after the Joe Pool was found unmanned and drifting in the Atlantic, FBI investigators are still wondering what happened to its owners, Jake and Kelly Brown, and crew, Scott Gamble and Sammy Carey. And now rumors swirl that the Joe Pool is involved in a drug bust.
I work every day with Jake, Scott, Sammy. There's no way that our goal is involved in any type of drug trafficking or anything like that. We were strictly a fishing boat and trusting that's all we had time to do.
Maybe so, but wouldn't bringing Kelly along be the perfect cover? $4,000 cash is an expensive price tag for a 2-hour trip to Bimini, but not much if your cargo is drugs.
My brother's still on saying the day before the trip, he just told her, in case anything happens, here's my car keys. You know, that was just such an odd thing for her to do because he held his car.
To add to the mystery, the swashbuckling tale the two survivors tell raises more questions. If pirates attacked the Joe Pool, then why did they put up on $70,000 worth of fishing gear and the 22 $100 bills investigators find in Archer's pockets?
We didn't know whether they were in shock, whether they were confused, or we suspect very much that something else is going on here.
And the contents found in the life raft raise even more red flags.
We saw that there were packed bags, suitcases, a computer case, which is unusual. You wouldn't normally expect someone to pack the bags before they get into a life raft. Why would somebody like that? Well, there's a lot more to enter a life raft, but not take players or take search and rescue equipment with them.
He was able to backpack, kind of very transparent. He had sort of throwing spears, he had a knife, intended to hand-to-hand combat, and then this big gun.
He also had 3 receipts.
He was received for the purchase of a phone with fake name.
Good job.
Receipt was
Hit that rock. No more.
and a hotel receipt.
Don't push no more
While
buttons.
the agents on the board,
Okay.
other agents here in Miami are doing everything they can to identify this individual.
For one thing, enough construction surveyors. The FBI learns that Guillermo Zaragoza is 19 years old, a Cuban refugee living with his family in Hialeah, a Miami suburb. He's a part-time security guard with no priors. Kirby Archer is a different story. Married 3 times with 2 children of his own, the 34-year-old served in the U.S. Army as a military police sergeant, including a stint at Guantanamo Bay. He went AWOL, was dishonorably discharged, and returned to his native Arkansas.
Kirby Archer has a outstanding arrest warrant. Kirby Archer worked at a Walmart in Batesville, Arkansas. And basically he steals $92,000 and then walks out to his car and leaves. Never to be seen again.
He was under suspicion several counts
I don't have no popcorn right now, baby.
child sexual abuse. It was at this point where the investigators in Arkansas put a nail on Kirby Archer that he decided to steal this money and run.
That was 8 months earlier. Investigators also learned that Archer's ex-wife accuses him in their divorce papers of having a gay relationship with a Florida man, and claims
I'm
he met
cooking your
several girls
noodles,
at
baby.
Guantanamo Bay.
I'm sorry, I don't have no popcorn right now.
During the time that we were actually together, he didn't really talk about corresponding with them. But I know before we were together, we had.
The discovery that Archer is a wanted man changes everything.
It very much shifted from them being search and rescue survivors to them being suspects in a crime.
The FBI charges Archer with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. And in order to hold his companion, Zaragoza, while they build a case against the two, they charge him with lying to an FBI agent.
They asked him, pointing to the boat, were you ever on that boat? Were you ever on the Joe Pool? And he says no.
This, despite his driver's license being found on board. As the FBI expands their investigation, the Coast Guard continues its search for Jacob Kelly Branham, Scott Gamble, and Sammy Carey.
The Coast Guard, through everything they had helicopters, they had planes, they had cutters, and the family used their own resources, poking against her, praying that somehow those 4 people could be found.
I'll always help. You know, unless you have a body, you always help.
5 days after the Joe Cole left Miami, FBI agents searched Zaragoza's home in Hialeah, where he lives with his family.
They talked to the mother. She wanted to really convince them about what a good son Guillermo was, how hardworking he was, that he was a security guard. Here, look at this certificate. Look at that certificate. And in fact, one of the pieces of evidence that the agent seized from his bedroom was an acceptance letter to the Miami-Dade Police Department new class, new academy. We knew that Guillermo Zaragoza worked for a company that had issued him a 9mm Glock. Guillermo's mother told the agent he was very careful about his pistol, and he'd come in and he'd always put in this lock.
just to take a moment to chill out.
Oh, the cranberry. You're not outside.
There's a cold cooler.
Take do business on the inside. Butter, denser, and blue. It's Blue Cross, the one with the gold box.
At Beyond Meat, our store begins in fields where farmers plant their beans, fava beans, and
You're
other
my
foods
precious angel.
naturally enrich the soil by
You mine. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. You stuck with us. No, Mommy can't spin around. Mommy got a broke foot, so I can't do that kind of stuff. I can't do that right now either, baby. We gotta wait till Mommy's foot heals, okay? I know you wish to that kind of stuff with Mom. Look at me. Look at me.
Even for history. And for dust, I know I had to do dust. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around, without any limit, unbitten. I'm so hurt. So loud.
Oh!
Your shipping managers are left to find themselves leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need to
Indeed you do. Indeed you do. It's to respond to candidates.
You stink, girl.
Like that.
And you really had to fart in my face like that?
Like that.
Shame on you.
Like that. Yeah, like that.
Get on my nerves with that girl. Nasty ass.
You ain't saying lay down.
Ugh, Mama gotta go get some fresh air on that one.
Turn around. Turn around. Lay down.
Archer has no intention of returning to Arkansas to face charges. He thinks if he can steal a boat and get to Cuba, he can convince Cuban officials he's a U.S. military defector.
We need someone to help him. Guillermo Zaragoza has a foreign license for security guard. He sees him in his uniform, he sees him with his gun belt.
He needs a gun, and someone gullible enough to buy his story that this was some sort of a secret government mission to Cuba.
Guillermo Zaragoza, whatever this mission was that Archer was taking him on, was going to lead to a job, either with the CIA or some federal law enforcement position.
And the boat is too difficult, so they moved to plan B. After being turned down by other charters,
See ya.
Joe Cool agrees to take them to Lisbon.
They took
Now, all that damn black beard copper.
They brought blow guns and darts.
You did
knives.
poo-poo.
One way or the other, they were going to hijack that.
He just fought.
After 2 hours at sea, they were almost in the harbor of Indy. He says
I would
it's
take it.
now or
You
never.
don't let it go.
As Archer attempts to hijack the boat, he says he hears a gunshot below. He realizes it's no longer just a hijacking.
If Jake got to him, he would never be able to stop Jake. Archer was a trained killer for the army. He knew what to do and how to go about it.
Kelly turned and looked at him, and he described her this way. There was nobody there. Her eyes were big, and then she knew what she was going to do.
There you go, girl.
And then he said, I shot her.
Oh, yeah. And I say thank you.
According to
Okay.
Archer, as soon as the 4 bodies were thrown overboard, he, Archer, had
Y'all
to
back
go
in
south
here.
to Cuba.
I'm trying to get the rest. Come on, man.